I'm a 15-year-old with an abusive father. Today at school I had a mental breakdown and explained to the counselor I had wanted to self-harm last night. She sent me and my mother to see a doctor, and when I told him that my father had hit me, he said that charges were being pressed and he is not allowed to be in the same house as us anymore. Now, we need to figure out who I'm living with since I can't stay with my older sister. I feel like shit and I feel like I should have never confessed because no, my mom is in pain and we're all just fucked and it's all because of me. Edit. I just woke up and wow, I really didn't expect people to care that much. Thank you all for your support. We don't have any updates on the situation yet, but I'll be sure to update you all once we do. Thank you. Smile. There's a coworker who I found out has God self pronouns. This coworker identifies as non-binary and prefers the pronouns God and God self. This person explained it as a xenogender called God gender. This person gets very furious if someone doesn't use them, such as when people are talking about this coworker amongst themselves. I'm just going to come out and say it. This makes me feel really uncomfortable. I'm Muslim, moved to the United States a year ago, so it just feels wrong to me to call a human being a god. At the same time, I've heard that transgender politics are a minefield right now in the United States. I even heard that you could lose your job for refusing to use someone's pronouns. I'm not sure if that's true or not, so I'm not sure what to do. I don't want to make enemies here, I'm just saying it makes me feel really uncomfortable. Lately I've noticed when I have an unvaccinated COVID patient in front of me, I just catch myself thinking, I really don't care if you ever leave this hospital. I'm really having a hard time seeing these as people who deserve my emotional energy and care. I'm a nurse. We're 2 years into this and I'm tired. I'm just feeling pretty done with this population who doesn't believe in science, but will still show up to the ER when they can't breathe as their COVID progresses but then refuse treatments we know work. It's just the strangest thing. I can't tell you how many progress notes I read stating patient adamantly refusing steroids, etc. It just floors me. Why are you even here, guys? You don't trust us and you treat us poorly. Why did you come into the hospital at all? Luckily I don't work on a COVID unit, so I don't care for these patients often, so this doesn't have me considering leaving the profession like some people I know. I just wanted to own up to these thoughts I've observed myself experiencing lately because they aren't very kind. But as r/nursing www.reddit.com web link likes to say, I'm getting paid to care for them, not about them. It just makes me sad because my job didn't used to be like this. Do not misunderstand me, I am strictly speaking of patients refusing to be vaccinated on anti-science, pro-conspiracy motive, selfish reasons. Obviously someone with a documented allergy to vaccine ingredients, etc. doesn't make me feel this way. I also want to make clear that regardless of vaccination status, everyone in front of me receives safe care. Throwaway account for obvious reasons. About 8 years ago, my brother got married. She was a really nice girl and we hit it off immediately. It started out as just a friendly relationship. I'd bring whoever I was dating at the time on double dates with her and my brother. But the more I got to know her, the more I started falling for her. That, as you could probably guess, evolved into a romantic relationship. Our first sexual encounter was when we were on a trip with my parents. Not everyone could fit in one car, so my brother went with our parents and his wife rode with me. Along the way, we stopped and she gave me a blowjob. We told him we stopped at a convenience store to get some water and he believed it. Over the next year we hooked up often. My brother has a job that requires him to be at work all the time, so sometimes we would get together every day of the week. Then she got pregnant. I was the first person she told since she said she was certain it was mine. When she told my brother about being pregnant, he just assumed it was his, even though they didn't have sex very frequently. I guess he just couldn't imagine her cheating, so, in his mind, it had to be his. When the baby was born, I was there in the hospital. It felt weird knowing that it was my baby that was being born, and the only people that knew it were the mother and me. I also felt really bad because of how proud my brother was to be a dad. I hooked up with his wife a few more times after that, but with the baby, our relationship started to fizzle out. I ended up moving to a different state for work, and I'm glad because I couldn't bear to watch my brother raising my son. I turned 15 today and I feel like a nobody. I'm kind of depressed RN. My dad didn't remember. I don't want to be whiny about it to him, just want to let this out on here. This is an update to my previous post, here www.reddit.com web link. Basically I hurt my shoulder a week ago and decided to get a massage. I'd never gotten one before, so I looked up a random place, got an erection, and the masseuse offered to give me a happy ending for an extra $50, which led to one of the most intense orgasms of my life. I didn't know it was that kind of place and I felt super guilty. I had been debating on whether or not to go back because I haven't been with a woman in about a year and it felt super good and honestly isn't unaffordable to me. I made an appointment, and when they asked if I wanted a specific masseuse I requested the woman who massaged me before. I went there yesterday. When she came into the room and saw me, she said it was nice to see me again and asked if I wanted the same massage as last time. I nodded and said, yes please. Then I got the same massage as last time. She commented afterwards that I should probably get this kind of massage at least once a week as it appears that I need it. I'm honestly inclined to agree at this point. It wasn't as awkward as last time and it seems like she enjoyed herself and offered more specialized services for an additional yet not unreasonable fee. I'm probably going to go again soon.